All right, guys, so back here with our second one today. You guys had asked for UUUU, also known as Energy Fuels Inc. All right, so I think we've looked at this not too long ago. Some interesting things here. So long downtrend we've been in for some time. I've got a daily chart up here, and then we do get this range established here, where we just go tick to tick. So this whole area down here gets established as we go from this swing. Oh shit, come here. We get from this swing right down here. This whole area has been defined here by this last swing here where we put in this double bottom here. Now we've tested a couple of times. We've had a few breaks. We're getting through. All right, now we're bouncing just out of that, but it is worth noting. And initially it looks like you've got an impulse here, but this is just too deep. Now, granted, it doesn't overlap, but I wouldn't go 1, 2, 3. It's too deep. So, and since we get a nice clean impulse here, I'm gonna work on the assumption that I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that finishes down here to give us that double bottom. And now coming off of this first impulse from the low here has been our 1. We're in the process of putting in the 2, 3, 4, and 5, all still yet to come. Let's get that degree. Oh, we can go here. Let's go to. Oh shit, here, let's put this in. Oh, I have my color over here. Okay, that's weird. I went over there. Okay, all right, that'll work. Okay, so one is here. Looks like it's in. Now the 2, not so easy. So first, note here that both of these, it gets a little squirrely in here where we have this. If this is correctly identified as our 3, I get an expanded flat here. This is actually textbook, right? So we get 3, 3, and you're going to get a dig 5 out of there. But note we don't overlap that pivot. All right, interesting. Right, so bounces, structure, right? So it's not. I'm not trading this as a 1, implying that this is 4 into the 5 because of the depth of this. And I think that is 5 that finishes us. So 1, 2, 3, A, B. Well, pardon me. A, B, expanded flat. So we get a 3, 3. Got to dig 5 out of that. And then we go up for the 5 here. So that looks like that's my 1. Now it gets a little tricky as well here. So interesting. So the same retracement is in play here. So whether I'm looking at the 3 here to the 38 going up front run. Well, pardon me. Wrong level. It's 2 through the 3. Now that looks much more likely that we've got a front run here on that target. So I'm just taking the length of the proposed 3, go into this expanded flat, up for the 5, gives me my 1. Now coming down. All right, a little tricky here. So we can't get a flat into it because it looks like it's 3. It looks like you'd go A, B, C, A, B, C, but we can't get a flat because we don't have enough retracement here. So if I look here, we do get right to the 786 here, a couple of ticks in front of it. Now, I get busted on this all the time. So purists, right? So a flat has to go 90% the length of the A wave for the B. I just see this so often. I think I've become somewhat nose blind to that rule, where I just see this all the time, but can't call it a flat, right? So let's stay consistent. So what does that leave for? So we've got to go A, B, C, A, B, C. Now, so that kind of changes what we're anticipating here. Let me get this right on that corner here. And we can take this off for the time being. Okay, so this is an ABC into a W, and then I've got to go ABC into an X wave. Well, now I need an ABC. It looks like just so far, I've got just an A wave going in. It does not look like I can dig an ABC. Fuck, what do I want? Jesus, what happened to my... Somehow this got pushed over. Yeah, let's just put it here. Weird. Okay, so this is what I'm after here. So if this looks like it's an A, and we're going to have to get a B and then a C to finish this because we need a Y, right? So we're looking for a corrective structure there. So I need an A, B, C to help me finish this. Now I've got my 786. I got an algo target here, but I don't want this going too deep. So if we're trying to trade this as a 2, well, kind of same idea here. I'm looking at all this structure, so I can just grab my low here up to my pivot. Well, here's my golden zone. Now we know a 2 can go deep, can go 786. I'd certainly want to see this area, this area hold here. We use this here where we have this base of support from all the trading that was right here. So we got to get an ABC out of this if this count is going to stay this way. And then indeed we've got a W. This is an X. Now we're going down into the A. So shit, let's go. Let's try the 2 hour. Is the 1, 2, 3? Oh man, yeah, you can probably. If you look at that, it looks. So you got a couple of challenges here because it doesn't. It looks like you can get 5 down. It looks like you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Now let's get that. Now let's go micro here, and we'll go to blue here. It looks like I can get 5 down, but boy, is that a skinny. If you're going to trade this as an A, B, and we're in the C, boy, that's a mighty thin B there. Yeah, boy, you can. Yeah, you can get 3 out of it. Interesting, right to the Vegas wave. But boy, is that skinny to try and play this as a completed A, B, C. That we've got A, B, and C is done down here. I wouldn't myself, right? It's just too shallow. So it looks like. Well, let's look at here. Are we? If we've got something like this going in here. Oh, fuck. Let's see. You might have to go. It does look like we can finish here, but boy, is that I just don't like trading off of something that's that uncharacteristic of a B wave here. So I just don't like it enough. Yeah, you can probably squeeze it there. You probably can make a case for that, but so why, man? Why go? Oh shit, it's terrible. It doesn't have any of the symmetry I anticipate. But unless you're just dying to get long here, of energy fuels, that's a bit of a stretch to try and get that into an ABC and call that as a completed corrective structure. Right now, it doesn't look like it's done here. So I would pull all of this up here and I'd be watching this. Yeah, I see that there's definitely a 5 there, but that would be such a small B here. It's not good enough for me to put money at risk there. I mean, yeah, I get it, right? This has been kind of a hot property. For me, that's not good enough here. It's just not there yet. I'm just looking here, see if I'm something I could see. This is already, we've got another double bottom down here. I'm just kind of as I'm looking at this, is there an alternate here that I'm not considering? Can we somehow, is there any potential here for a diagonal? Because if this were going to play as an ABC and maybe we had, it's too deep, right? So you wouldn't want to try and trade on the idea that we were trying to get a diagonal in here. It just doesn't look right here. And then the 2 7/8/6s here. I want to see more definition here. I want to see more of this before I'm getting excited about that buy, because I'm just not sure in here. So when in doubt, right, I wouldn't take that trade myself, guys. Right? Maybe we get a little more clarity. Now, if this starts to go here and we start to come out of this with some sort of impulsive structure, then we got to come back and rethink the whole thing. Maybe we end up putting the Y here, putting the 2 here. I'm not ready to go there yet. I certainly wouldn't recommend that to anyone. Unless you're just dying to get long here. So we are in the buy zone. So swing low, swing high. You are in that area where you'd be looking for the buy between the 50 and the 618. That's our prime zone. But we've got a set of median lines we can throw on here. We're not quite there. So this is a 786. Boy, look how good it looks. We can get down to the golden zone. So yeah, I wouldn't chase this. I want to see something like this, right? So then we're going to get a skew with the set of median lines. So likely to have to go to a modifier to bring that. No, we just start with shift, something like that, or modified shift where we get a channel. So this looks a little better here if we're going to come back up and we get that retracement, then maybe we're coming down, we get the lower parallel, then that's going to look a whole lot better to me. Here, I see the temptation. It's not, so even trying to get 5 out of there, right? At best case, you've got a 3. Yeah, I wouldn't chase that, guys. I'd be watching it, right? I know it's lots of good potential upside. I see the temptation, right? I see it, right? But I just wouldn't. It just doesn't look like it's done yet. Now, so if it starts to go and you get a move out of this, well, then it's okay. So certainly my analysis would prove to be wrong. Maybe we take that trace, then that starts to look better. But to me, I'd rather allow this to go, right? I'm willing to be wrong here. If it starts to go, there will likely be another opportunity to get in. If this is just our 1 and that is the 2, well, we're not going to go straight, right? There will be some retracements along the line. So I'd rather let this go, or if I get something that I like better, and I get something to come down here into that range, now I feel much better about that buy side. All right, guys, pretty much all I got for the time being. Okay.